You've got questions, and we've got answers. Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, answering the questions that new leaders ask us. Actually, it's our goal to help all leaders be more effective, productive, and confident. And today we're talking about an interesting topic. We're talking about how to build instant rapport. Are you ready? Let's get started. Well, specifically, we were asked this question. What is the best way to build instant rapport and trust with a new team? Well, that's an interesting question. It's a question that's certainly suited for us in a bud to boss situation, because we may be new at this, but we're with a brand new team. How do we build instant rapport and trust? That's a tall order. Instant is pretty quick. But I definitely have some ideas to help you along this way. Even if it isn't quite instant, it ought to still be a lot faster if you take these ideas and put them to work. Okay? First thing is to be present. Being present means to be nowhere except with that person in that moment. One of the best examples of this comes from a story that I heard from a friend of mine, a good friend of mine who is a staunch Republican. A number of years ago was invited to the White House during the Clinton administration. That'd be Bill Clinton's administration. And he was invited to the White House to an event. And I had the chance to talk to him before he went, and he said, yeah, it's exciting to be going to the White House, but not a big Clinton guy. It would be a lot neater to be going if I actually agreed with or liked our president. So when he came back, I had the next chance I had to talk to him. I said, so how did it go? He said, what do you mean? I said, you went to the White House. How did it go? And he said, I can't help it. I like him. Like, what do you mean? He says, Clinton, I don't like his policies. I don't like his politics. I don't like his morals and his ethics, but I can't help it. I like the guy. I said, okay, what's the story? Well, the short version of the story is that everyone at this event got their 2 or 3 minutes with the president. And he said, for me and with everyone else that I observed during the time that I was with the president, it was just me. He wasn't looking over his shoulder. He wasn't looking down the line. He wasn't looking at his watch or listening to his Secret Service agents. He was talking to and responding to and interacting with me and me alone. I would call that being fully present. Now, if you think about it, it doesn't have to be a president for this to be true. If someone is truly, fully engaged with you, fully present with you in mind and body and spirit, then that builds rapport. Those are people we want to be around. Be present. The second thing is to offer trust. Part of the question was, how do I instantly build trust? Well, we build trust by offering trust. Here's the thing about the word trust. It is both a noun, a thing, and a verb, and action. If we want to create more of the noun, which is what the question asked, how do I build instant trust? We've got to do more of the verb. That means that we need to offer trust. We need to be trustworthy. We need to expect that the other person will trust us in return. Is that risky? Perhaps. But guess what? You're the leader. Someone's got to go first. It needs to be you. And if you really want to build trust and rapport more quickly, you need to offer trust. The third thing is ask them for their opinion. Ask for their opinion. We all like to talk. We all like to have people want to know what we think. Now, I'm not saying ask people because it's a test to find out what they know. I'm not saying to ask people as some sort of check-in on how they're doing, and there's not like a right answer. I'm asking you to ask people for their opinion, to care about what they think and to understand their perspective. Think about it. When people do that for you, does that build your rapport with them? Do you feel better about them? Do you feel place more trust in them? Of course you do. Ask people's opinion. Genuinely ask, genuinely care, and that leads to the fourth thing, which is to listen to them. Certainly if you're asking their opinion, you want to listen. I'm talking about listening all the time. That first point about being present, when we were talking about President Clinton, that's sort of like listening on steroids, right? But here's the thing about listening. When someone really listens to us, of course they understand our message. But what else are they communicating? They're communicating that we're important, that they're willing to invest their time and their attention in us. And we tend to build rapport with them, to care more about them, to trust them more because they listened first. If you do these 4 things, you will, I don't know if it'll be instant, because instant's a pretty tall order. Even instant rice takes a minute. But you know, it may not be instant, but it'll be far faster and far easier if you'll do these 4 things. Let me close with today's tweet. We build rapport by putting our focus on the other person, not ourselves. See, everything I said led up to that tweet, didn't it? That it's really not about us, it's about the other person. If we want to build instant trust and rapport, focus on the other person. Now, I hope my answer to this question today for you is instructive, and if so, I hope you'll find a lot of the other free resources here on this site to your liking as well. That's why they're here. There are a ton of blog posts and tools and special reports that are available to you free of charge, and we hope you'll take advantage of them because we want new leaders to be more successful faster. And so this is one of the ways that we can do that. There are also resources here that you can pay us for, and we'd be happy to have you do that too. But we really hope that you'll take advantage of the free resources and use them to help you become the leader you were born to be, to help you in your transition from bud to boss.